Hi, thank you for joining me. Welcome back to my series on the people who harm us. Other people can harm you, but it isn't always your enemies. Sometimes it's the people closest to you that harm you most. They harm in three main ways: manipulation, misguidance, and misery. This video is about misery. Some people are just antisocial. There is something called antisocial personality disorder, which is what it says. They have a way of thinking that results in antisocial behaviour and attitudes. They are damaged people who need psychological help, but getting them to see that is extremely difficult. They don't think there's anything wrong with them. They see everyone else as the problem. Some people are just not well adjusted. It makes them very difficult to be around because they only ever cause stress and aggravation. Nothing is ever easy or straightforward with them. All of their behaviour is negative. You know the sort of person I'm talking about. Chances are you will have met them before. They're never happy. They don't really get on with anyone. They thrive on conflict. They could start an argument in an empty room. Of course, they blame everyone except themselves. Nothing is ever their fault. Being around someone like that is not going to do you any favours. It can literally make you ill because it's very stressful, so you're likely to develop ongoing stress-related conditions, and it's harmful to your well-being because they don't really believe in anything good, and they tell you that over and over again, so you start to take on that belief, and it can taint your view of the world. Having some healthy skepticism is good, but there is such a thing as too much skepticism. As a kid, I had an old aunt and uncle. He was about as antisocial as you can get. He was completely uninterested in everything and everyone. He would always be sat half asleep in his chair by the fire. Whenever we went to visit, he barely even noticed we were there. Even when we arrived, he'd be like this. And it was just like, ugh. I was young when he died, but I don't remember ever hearing him speak or seeing him standing up. I don't think I even saw him open his eyes for more than 2 seconds. She was the complete opposite. She was really cheerful. But I can't imagine that life with him was a whole lot of fun. Even then, I used to wonder, how did those two get together? I think it was simply because of living in a village in the early part of the 20th century. Your choice was very limited. That's another reason to be glad of modernisation. If you have people like this in your family, you have to try and mentally detach yourself from them as much as you can. Accept them for what they are, don't buy into what they say, and try to avoid spending too much time with them, because you have to look after yourself. Trying to change them is a waste of time. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't save someone from themselves. So choose carefully who you spend time with, because it will have an effect on you, one way or another. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.